Hi, and welcome to Book Impressions. In this episode, I will give you my impression of the book The Last Wife by Nicola Marsh. And they have a subtitle that says, an absolutely gripping and emotional page-turner with a brilliant twist. You can only imagine what that could be. And there's a little quote, trusting his family was her first mistake. This is an interesting cover. Obviously, this must be the woman in the story. It's interesting how they decided to make the word last kind of jagged, which is an interesting way to make your font. But hey, it probably has a good reason for being there on the cover. I do love all the blues. I've said this before in other videos that authors weigh a lot on blue because people do love that color. And if book covers sell books, then that color blue could definitely do it. Anyway, let's look at the blue. Trusting his family was her first mistake. All Rhea ever wanted was a family. Growing up alone in foster care, she imagined just how it would be. So when she fell in love with Grayson and had their daughter Shelley, she was determined to make his family love her too. She knew she'd never fit in with her glamorous sister-in-law or at the exclusive picture-perfect Chicago parties her mother-in-law threw. But with Grayson's arm around her waist, she tried her best to be a Parker. Everything changed when Grayson disappeared. Until one morning, Grayson leaves the house for work and never comes home. Left to raise Shelley alone, Rhea is forced to turn to her husband's family, to let her intimidating mother-in-law into her life, allow her to babysit Shelley, and accept her financial support. She tries to ignore the feelings that her mother-in-law never thought she was good enough. They say they had no idea what happened to Grayson, and she tries very hard to believe them. But Rhea is about to learn that every Parker wife has secrets, and protecting her daughter might come at a terrible price. Utterly compelling, The Last Wife is an emotionally charged novel about one woman's will to survive, perhaps for fans of Leanne Moriarty, Carrie Fisher, and The Other Woman. So if you like those other writers, you're probably going to like this. Interesting. There's 318 pages in this book. It is at $3.99 on Kindle. There's a paperback for $10.99. So let's see here. Well, it has a 4.2 out of 5-star rating with 528 ratings total. 5 stars has 49%, 4 stars have 30%, 3 stars have 17%, 2 stars have 2%, and 1 star has 3%. So this is kind of all over the map on whether you like this book or you don't. But let's go into 5 stars and see what people are saying. It's not quite at the 50% mark, so this should be interesting. Okay, 5 stars. An excellent book. Great story. Brilliant ending. Riveting. An attention getter. Excellent read. A great page turner. So these 5-star people thought this book was great, but you have to wonder what other people are thinking on these ratings. So let's go into the 4-star and see if we can go on to see what's going on with this book. Okay, 4 stars. Suspense and trickery. The Last Wife indeed. The Last Wife, a highly recommended mystery with plenty of suspense. Tells me this person might have thought about 5 stars instead of 4. He's just saying. So good. Suspenseful family drama. You have to wonder why these 4 stars aren't 5 stars. Interesting. Let's look at our 3 stars. Not crazy about the way it was written and easy to guess. Okay, I guess that person thinks it's predictable. Someone said it's a soap opera. Family drama. There's simply nothing like a big unhappy family. Okay, good read. Okay, story, somewhat tedious. Meh. Quite the twist. An okay read. This one person said it's slow, so maybe there's some pacing issues in the book. Let's look at 2-star. Obviously written by someone not American, yet characters are Chicagoans, please. Okay. Rich, twisted family story. Not worth the effort. Okay. Let's look at our 1-star. These are usually people who don't read this genre. Missed the mark. Boring. So you can tell this is probably not their genre. Anyway, interesting. Let's look at Nicola Marsh and see what kind of book she has out there. See if this is her only book or whether she has other books. Okay, this must be a picture of Nicola Marsh. Okay, interesting. Alright, she does appear to have a lot of books, so she seems like she's an interesting person in that she writes a lot. So she looks like she has a blog. This is her blog post, so this is her blog. So you should come over here and read her blog if you want. She looks like she sells her books in the $3.99 range on most of her Kindles. So that's not too bad. Most people who are selling these types of books sell in that price range. It looks like she has a lot of books also. I can see her library up here. And there's some more scrolling here. So let's see what her biography says. About Nicola Marsh, USA Today best-selling and multi-award-winning author Nicola Marsh writes page-turning fiction to keep you up all night. She has published, get a load of this, 77 books, sold over 8 million copies worldwide, and been translated into 25 languages. Ooh, impressive woman. She currently writes contemporary romance for Penguin Random House, Berkeley, women's fiction rural romance for HarperCollins, Australia Mirror imprint, and domestic suspense for Hachette, UK, Bookoutshire, Grand Central Publishing in the U.S. So she obviously publishes traditionally with a lot of people. She also a Walden's Book, Bookscan, Amazon, iBooks, and Barnes & Noble bestseller. A Romantic Book of the Year National Reader Choice Award winner, and a multiple finalist for awards including the Vivian Award Romantic Times Reviewer Choice Award, Holt Medallion, bestseller Best Golden Quill, Laurel Wreath, and More Than Magic. Boy, this one's got a lot to talk about. A physiotherapist for 13 years. Okay. She now adores writing full-time, raising her 2 dashing young heroes, sharing fine food with family and friends, barracking loudly for her beloved North Melbourne kangaroo footy team, and her favorite, curling up with a good book. Boy, this is quite an impressive woman. I always say when you can write 77 books and have all those awards and be best-selling in all these categories, you definitely have it going on. So I can't say anything bad about her. Anyway, here is The Last Wife, and I will put this down in the description, the link to it, if you want to look at this book or come over and look at all her bookshelf. And if you like content like this, I hope you will consider subscribing to this channel. And with all that in mind, This is Book Impressions. Until next time, signing off.